Good morning, one and all. Today I would like to start the lesson Little Girl, written by Katherine Mansfield. The Little Girl is the story of a little girl, Kezia, who misunderstands her father's strictness and usually remain strict in his house. Every morning before going to work, father gives Kezia a casual kiss. In reply, she gives a goodbye, but the little girl is unable to understand his love and affection. When her father leaves home for office work, she feels relief, a sense of relief. In the evening, when her father returns home, his loud voice makes Kezia frightened. She hears him ordering, okay, her mother or grandmother, bring me tea, bring me so and so on. Then Kejia's mother asks her to come down and remove her father's boots. As Kezia enters the drawing room, her father looks at her over his spectacles in a different eyes. The way he looks, she is up scared. He asks her so and so. In fear, she stammers and replies, I do not know, father. He tells her, You do not know? If you stammer like this, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Father feels that something is wrong with Kezia. He calls his mother and tells her to teach Kezia to behave in a better manner so that Kezia may not do such things. Whenever Kezia thinks about her father, she feels that she is thinking about a giant or monster. She visualizes her father as a giant. On Sunday afternoons, Kezia's grandmother sends her into the drawing room to spend time with her parents. When Kezia enters the drawing room, she finds her mother is busy reading and her father sleeping. Kezia feels a bit tension. One day she remains indoors. As she gets a cold, her grandmother advises her, Why don't you make a gift for your father, which is coming nearer? She gives her a piece of yellow silk fabric to stitch a pin cushion. Kezia stitches a beautiful pin cushion, but she does not find anything stuffing. As her grandmother is out of the garden, she goes to her mother's bedroom in search of some stuff. There she finds some sheets of paper in which father had written an important speech. She unknowingly, accidentally tears them into pieces and stuffs into the pin cushion and stitches them. When her father comes home, gets to know about the important paper, she punishes her by hitting the palms of her hands with a ruler. Okay, this incident further alienates Kezia from her father. She often watches her neighbor, Mr. MacDonald, playing joyously with his five loving children. In there, she thinks MacDonald is a loving father. Kezia wonders he might be a different sort of father. One day, her mother falls ill and is taken to a hospital by her grandmother. Kezia is left alone with Alice, the cook. As Kezia goes to bed, Alice removes her socks and warns her, Do not scream and wake your father. At night, Kezia has a nightmare and she wakes up and shouts. When she calls her grandma for help, she finds her father standing by her bedside. He picks her up and takes her into his room. He tucks her up in his bed and soon falls asleep. She feels the beating of her father's loving heart and realizes that her poor big father is very loving and caring and a generous heart. Thank you. Goodbye, children.